it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Clothesline Podcast. I'm with you as always, Oren Trademan, and with me is the lovely Nofar Redig. How are you doing?
Hi, Gordon. How are you? I'm tired as hell, but I'm okay. It was nice to do the coverage with you. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a rough week. A lot of editing. Let me tell you something. Editing two YouTube channels about wrestling, one in Hebrew and one in English, is not it's not an easy job, but someone's got to do it.
I'm working on the computer every day, editing a lot of stuff. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, so you know how I feel.
Before we will start
Yeah.
the episode, before we start our coverage, we have to give a huge shout out to Matt from the WWE podcast. First of all, we love that you acknowledge us, so we will acknowledge you back. You're doing an amazing work. Keep it up, and thank you so much also for Shaka, my partner in crime, that is a well-known listener to WWE podcast who recommended us, and that's how Matt reached us. So thank you, Matt. Keep up with your amazing work. We love you.
Someone said a while back, if you're good and you're kind, amazing things will happen. And this is the kind of way of life I've always tried to live by, and this is beyond appreciated. So, Matt, thank you very much for the shout out. It is very well appreciated. Another shout out back to you. You have a lot of fans in Israel. You're like number 3 or number 2 on the wrestling podcast here in Israel, so you might as well
Yeah.
know that. And thanks for the shout out. I'm giving you a shout out back. If you haven't heard his content yet, go check it out. The WWE podcast. They have a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Just one quick correction. You did say that we have about 1,600 YouTube videos on our channel. That is true, but they're all in Hebrew. So if you wanna,
Yeah.
so yeah,
This is the English channel.
We
but
just
yeah.
started the English version, so we only have about 3 or 4, maybe 10. But yeah, we're gonna come up with the numbers pretty soon. We're gonna have a bunch of YouTube videos on here as we start our road to wrestling reviews in English here on Clothesline IL Israel. So thanks.
Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Matt.
So today we're gonna cover Monday Night Raw. We're gonna cover NXT. There's lots to talk about. We're gonna start with a few items on the menu when it comes to the news. First off, today was the New Beginning in Osaka pay-per-view for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Very good event. What we had there, we had Yuta Tsuji retaining the IWGP Championship against Jake Lee. But let's talk about the real big news coming out of that event. Number one. It was Dave Finlay's last match with the company. He lost to Callum Newman in their match, and then afterwards he said his goodbyes to Osaka, to Gato, to Hiromu Takahashi, and through what I've read, through other news sites and such, he is heading towards WWE. Maybe joining his brother.
That's what we're gonna say. I think it'll be a good addition to see the brothers working together, and then do Finlay versus Usos. It would be interesting. Finlay, the father, by the way, is still in production.
I don't think so. I think he's retired, but I could be mistaken. But it would be nice because there is a reference to him on this week's NXT episode, so we're going to talk about that. But do you think Dave Finlay will fit the mold in WWE?
Maybe.
Yeah?
It's hard to say because I'm not. I have to be honest. I'm not following David Finlay that much right now. I'm seeing what Oya Connors, his brother, is doing, and right now is like a slow progress with him. So, and again, it's like New Japan is way different than WWE. In WWE, you have a lot of expectations character-wise,
Yeah.
not just in ring. So, if he will go to the WWE and hey, be represented properly, sure, I would like to see more of the guy. But I can't give you an honest opinion because I'm not watching a lot of New Japan. Here and there, but that's it.
I used to watch a lot of New Japan, but then something changed in the creative direction of the company. We just lost Bullet Club. Why did you end Bullet Club? Why? Yeah, so we got other stuff there right now. Even Los Ingobernables de Japón, they're done. They moved on to different pastures. Like Pro Wrestling No and other such wrestling companies like WWE. I've heard Evil maybe go into WWE. That would be interesting.
I heard two things. First of all, I heard he lost in a squash match.
Yeah.
Like you blinked and he lost. That was weird.
Yeah.
And secondly, that Andrade is now the number one contender for, I think it is the
It's the
national championship.
international championship. He
Yeah.
defeated Gabe Kidd in Osaka. Now he's gonna face Yuta Tsuji for that title in their show in the United States. I don't remember exactly where. I think Chicago, maybe. I'm guessing he's gonna win that title because Andrade is awesome, and Yuta doesn't need two titles. So, I don't know.
What
And
about
also,
Takeshita? That will be interesting. Like if you go into the Don Callis family storyline, it will be interesting.
I'm keeping my hopes up that he's actually going to defeat a Hangman Page, and we're going to get Andrade versus MVP. Give us that match.
MVP?
I don't
MJF.
like. Yeah, like we talked to. Sorry, MJF. Sorry, not MVP. Oh,
But you
give
want
me
to hurt
MVP as
people.
well. Andrade versus MVP could be a good match, but yeah, I'm in MJF. And also, New Japan Pro Wrestling said goodbye to the ticking time bomb, Hiromu Takahashi, and I cried my eyes out.
Hmm.
At the end of the night, when he was in the main event defeating Taiji Ishimori, and then everybody came to say goodbye. They lifted him up in the air like a birthday party, and it was really a touching moment.
Hmm.
Where the hell is he going? I have no idea.
So I think he was rumored to join AEW, but I'm not sure.
Maybe he's joining his friends in Noah, like Naito and Bushi. Who knows? But yeah, it really is a changing of the guard with New Japan Pro Wrestling with Hiroshi Tanahashi retiring and now becoming full-time president of the company. Okada full-time at AEW. Bullet Club is gone. Los Ingobernables are gone, and a lot of things have changed in New Japan Pro Wrestling as far as we know it back a couple of years ago. Could be an interesting direction. I think they have miles to go, but it would be interesting to see where exactly are they headed to. So yeah.
Let's see.
Also, just announced, Brock Lesnar is coming back. We'll see him in 2 weeks on Monday Night Raw as he will proclaim his road to WrestleMania. Just give us Oba, okay? Don't make
That's
us wait
it.
2 weeks, man. Just give us Oba.
Unless they will give us like a last call, like okay, Brock Lesnar is going to the chamber. Like all of a sudden, it will be funny.
You're saying he's gonna pull a Cena? I pay my
Yeah.
dues. I pay my dues. I've worked here for 30 years, Triple H. 20 years. Give me the spot in the chamber. I don't need to qualify. If you actually put if you put the scenario that I envisioned of him in the chamber and then Oba costing in the chamber, I'm gonna mark
Option
out.
that could be optional, but you still need to consider the fact that Femi is still a free agent. Well, technically they are both ours, so it's not relevant.
So
Never
yeah,
mind.
you can carry the feud from Raw to SmackDown to all the way to
Exactly.
WrestleMania. Yeah.
If that's
All
the
right.
direction, I'll be all for it. I don't care if Brock Lesnar will go to the chamber like in the last minute.
I agree. Make it 7 guys. You did it before. Come on, back in the
Yeah,
2019 or something.
exactly.
Sorry, 2018. Okay, let's begin. Monday Night Raw. Let's see what happens. First, we see the arrival of the CM Punk with AJ Lee, and then we see Becky seeing them and having a fit, and just walks right to the back.
But it was funny because she walked
She's a
and
cartoon
then she
character. She's a
no, but
freaking
it was
cartoon
like she had
character.
like 3 seconds to respond. She could respond like straight away when she saw her in the back, and it was like, okay, you had 3 seconds. Oh wait, that's AJ Lee. What? It
And
was
then she stomped all the way down back to
yeah.
the backstage area. It's almost funny. We get the news. Unfortunately, Braun Breaker is injured. And from what I've read, he has a massive back injury because he's been carrying this company on his back for the past 9 months. No, seriously. He has a groin injury. He has a hernia.
Hernia,
And,
yeah.
and apparently it happened. I don't know if it happened exactly when he lift up the table, the announce table, the one that he tipped over.
The announcer table, yeah. The
Yeah.
second that he flipped it, that's the rumors. But it could be because it doesn't matter how much you work out.
Yeah.
One wrong move and that's it.
Yeah.
So it could be that.
Now, from reports I read previously, I suspected that the injury wasn't that severe and he could be back in about a month. But now, new reports came out saying that it might be a bigger injury and the recovery time is between 12 weeks to 9 months. So that means Braun Breaker could miss WrestleMania, which means we're not getting Seth Rollins Braun Breaker at WrestleMania, and it's a freaking bummer.
Okay, I heard first of all that for the first report I saw was okay. He will be missing maybe about 3 weeks, minimum maximum.
Really?
Then I heard 12 weeks to 6 months, something like that. And also, of course, they're now speculating that Braun Breaker is pulling a Seth Rollins.
You think he's gonna come out with crutches and then you're gonna throw him away and just spear someone? Or you
That
just,
it could be a storyline as well.
you know what?
Now,
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Because if this is a storyline, it's more believable than the Seth Rollins storyline.
well, yeah, because you haven't saw it happening. Because, okay, he flipped the table. He did a segment afterwards when nothing happened, unlike what Seth Rollins did in Saturday Night's Main Event. But still, after Seth Rollins' injury, so-called injury, every injury you have, like, fans not believing it. Like, I'll give you an example. What happened with Zaruca last year, if you remember? With the knee after the SmackDown match with Alexa.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I need to take time off, and then I had to take up the titles, and then she was still on the TV. So with Braun Breaker, it's kind of all of a sudden. Unless some people are speculating, oh, he's trying to avoid the Masked Man. Either way, I think it's too sudden to be storyline. And yeah, it can happen by lifting and announcing, well, I don't know how much his table weights, but I don't know how it will go. But again, if it's true, I'm wishing Braun Breaker a speedy recovery. And
Well, how much the table weigh? I think about 3 Michael Coles, but beyond that, if this is not a real injury, if this is planned, this is a masterclass in acting because they there was a lot of speculation about if the Seth Rollins injury was real. And if there's so much speculation about it, a lot of people didn't believe it. They're trying to sell it like everybody did, but they didn't. People did. There were a lot of people, a majority of people, as far as I've read online, didn't believe the injury because it wasn't played to perfection, as you might say.
yeah,
But if this is planned, this is a masterclass in like creating a very believable narrative that someone is injured. But if it's not, and if this is an actual injury, I just have to give my best wishes to Braun Breaker, to Braun Steiner. I hope you come back well and soon, and just change the name to Braun Steiner
yeah.
because it fits you better. You can't be Breaker. Breaker is not a marketable name
He's dying that he will be a Steiner. That's it.
because you are Steiner, man. Don't hide it. Don't deny your legacy. All right. We move back to the ring when we see Becky Lynch, and she's mad. She's furious about the fact that AJ Lee is here again. Why is she here? Why is she thwarting my plans for world domination? And AJ Lee comes, skipping around because you do that skipping. And Becky's like, "Why are you here? Why are you tormenting me? Why?" And AJ goes, "Why? What do you want from me? I just came to cheer up my girl Maxine."
I don't know why I'm sorry for cutting you off, but when you describe what Becky's doing, what AJ's doing, remind me of Pinky in the Brain.
Exactly. This is basically a cartoon characters of Vicky in the Brain. And AJ goes, "Gee God, Becky, I don't know how come you're mad at me for. All I did today was trying to go cheer on my girl Maxine in her match against Natty. Oh, wait, I forgot. Yeah, I did beat you at WrestlePalooza. And, oh, yeah, you did lose that Intercontinental Championship to Maxine because of me and my distraction. Oh, yeah, and I also made you tap out and eliminate at the Survivor Series. And, oh, yeah, you got eliminated in the Rumble because you fought of me. And, oh, yeah, I stole your lunch. and I also stole your candy back in catering. Yeah, I'm sorry about that." So Becky's still furious. She wants to get rid of AJ. And she says, "You want me to beat you up? Fine, I'll beat you up one-on-one." And AJ's like, "Oh my God, Becky, you want me to have a match with you? One-on-one? This is awesome." So, of course, she's egging Becky on to a match for the Intercontinental Championship. And Becky finally agrees after the entire audience goes, "Yes, yes, yes." Wrong person. That's Brie Bella. So, yeah, it's official. And Becky says something that is really weird to me because she goes and says, "All right, fine, the Intercontinental Championship, you and me at Elimination Chamber, I'm going to humiliate you and you in your hometown." AJ's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
She is not from Chicago.
Yeah, but literally, because technically she lives with CM Punk. They live in Chicago, so technically second hometown.
No, it's not a hometown.
I know, but yeah.
I'm going to
residing in Chicago. I think that's
fine. So, yeah, a very funny segment, a little bit over the top, you might say, but let me know your thoughts.
Over the top, I think it's the right term for that, because at first when I saw it, it was like weird, like, "Yeah, I just want my title. You don't want to give me the title, fine." I goes, "Okay, I'll give you the title." But then thinking about it and watching that segment over again, okay, I get the points. It was cute. It was over the top, like he said. I'm okay. But because we all know that, according to reports, according to rumor, that their match is sealed for WrestleMania, why an Elimination Chamber? That's the question.
So they probably thought that you can't like prolong it to WrestleMania without them doing anything. So let's do something at Chamber because it's Chicago. So you could do AJ Lee winning at Elimination Chamber and Becky regaining the title at WrestleMania. You could go in an entirely different direction, maybe a fatal four-way with Natty and Maxine if you're going like bonkers with that. You could go with a match with a stipulation some kind at WrestleMania between AJ and Becky. All kind of scenarios, but the thing is, we did need some kind of pit stop at Elimination Chamber, and I'm glad it's a match because now this PLE has more value to it with two Elimination Chambers, an Intercontinental Championship match, and there's one more match missing. We're going to talk about that later on.
We'll get to that, but okay. I think it will be okay. Let's say if the scenario is AJ wins at Elimination Chamber, Becky gets it back at WrestleMania. What's the point? Like, so AJ will hold the title for a month. That's it. It will be weird. I think if you want to build it with more sense.
The creative genius of Triple H? What's wrong with you? It makes absolute sense.
Oh no. No, makes sense more that, we put Maxine and Natty in the equation. Like, for example, a tag team match. Just throwing out there. And then maybe do the one-on-one. But let's say we had the match at the Chamber and AJ wins it. If it goes to a fatal four-way, fine. But I don't want to go to that, okay, it's like a hot potato. I'm going to win just for you to lose it a month later. It's ridiculous.
Well, you know what? If they do go the route of the fatal four-way with Maxine and Natalie being added to this equation at WrestleMania, it's a much better outcome than just keeping the feud and the title between AJ and Becky. Because like I said, this is a bigger story and they don't need the title for this rivalry. I would have rather preferred...
No, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So maybe we are getting a fatal four-way because I think it'll add more elements into the storyline. Plus, they all get a spot at WrestleMania. Everybody wins. Except for Becky, that she loses WrestleMania. So everybody wins.
Look, I want to see... If we'll go to fatal four-way, I'm totally fine with that. But if you're going to... Okay, you have the match 1-on-1 in Chicago. I don't need a second one. That's the whole point.
So my bet is if we're doing the singles match at Elimination Chamber, we're not getting a rematch at WrestleMania. That's my bet. I'm betting on this.
Let's see. But again, if that's a logical reason to do a bigger plan WrestleMania, fine. I just hope they're not gonna do like, okay, I'm gonna get a rematch at WrestleMania 1-on-1.
We'll have to wait and see.
That's it.
Next up, we get the Usos. I'm sorry, not the Usos. It's Jey Uso and Jimmy hit my music. What?
Why? It's like, why are you not bringing back the Usos theme? Like, what the hell?
When the hell did Jimmy become Jay's?
Exactly.
What the hell, man? So they're coming out to Jay's music because it's his music. We get the title match. Tag team titles on the line. Jay and Jimmy Uso, because that's what we're gonna be called from now on. They're gonna be the Usos. It's Jay and Jimmy because he's on top. Jay and Jimmy Uso.
Jay and the Jays
versus Alpha Academy, and I swear, and this is only compliments from here, folks. This was one of the best matches of Akira Tozawa's WWE.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him this good since the 205 Live days. This match was we got serious Tozawa. That's how good this match was, because we got serious Tozawa. And then
you also got a serious Otis. You need to give the kind words to Otis as well.
I'll give Otis
because everybody looked at them like either like a comedy shtick, and here we have a match that's like, no,
these
we're
guys
more than just a comic shtick.
A comedy act, exactly. And because this match made them look so legit, I wanted them to win the match. Hell, Akira was actually making fun of Jay when he did those outside the
Tope Suicida. He did like
Tope Suicida.
Run it over.
Exactly.
Okay, let's do it.
He mocked Jay with his whole repeat thing. That was awesome. And I'm
Yeah.
from fun. So he goes for the senton. He hits Jimmy. Jimmy kicks out because, he has to. And then Otis almost wins the match. They hit the 1D. Usos retain. And then afterwards, they're like, good job, you guys. Good job. Here, let me give you a hug. You lost, but good job. Good job. Give it up for the losers. Give it up.
No, but it was great from them to show them some respect. That was good from the Uso side.
I have to say, like, when it comes to, like, when you look at the, like, story-wise, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, good job, man. You lost, but good job. Good effort. Good job. You're the greatest loser of all, man. Good job. Never understood it. Never. Just shake his hand.
Sportsmanship?
Just shake his hand, man. Don't, like, raise it and just give him, like, a good applause. It's like, you're pitying me. You're pitying me for not beating you in this match. This is just the way I look at it. So, anyways, after the match, the Usos are the tag team champions, right? So now, what are their plans for WrestleMania? It's gonna be like a ladder match. It's gonna be the Hardys. It's gonna be like a triple threat, whatever. No, because before all that, with Byron Saxton somehow wearing Corey Grace's same suit, interviewing the Usos, Jimmy takes the mic and says, "Before all that, we already proved we're the greatest of all time. Jay, you have to win the championship back." And I'm like, why?
What?
You have to win the championship back. You need to qualify for the Elimination Chamber and go back to being main event. And I'm like, they're the tag team champions. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Can I give you a fun fact?
Go ahead.
Jimmy Uso is the only one from the original bloodline, I'm not putting NFTs in the equation, that hasn't won a singles gold.
He hasn't even won the 24/7.
I'm not counting that. I'm not counting that belt at all. Jimmy Uso has not won a singles gold in WWE. So why? Okay, it's okay that you want to push your brother also to go to the main event scene. But what about you? Seriously.
It's all fine and dandy, but you are the tag team champions. You don't even need to look at the world title.
Oh yeah, that's what the other one is obviously. The other qualifier match with also the same response. But still, Jimmy hasn't won a singles gold, and you're pushing your brother to win the gold again. But no, I'm not away for myself. Jimmy, why? Why you're not running yourself for a gold? It's ridiculous.
And why
you're turning yourself to be ridiculous?
But why are we doing this storyline where he's trying to push Jay once again into the world title scene? When the whole story was that Jay lost his confidence. So Jimmy says, okay, let's get it back from being a tag team again. So they won the tag titles. Wouldn't it make sense for them to lose the tag titles here so then Jimmy would say, okay, Jay, we had a good run. Now it's time to get back to business. I want you to qualify. We don't need the rematch. Go qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Go qualify and get that match at WrestleMania. That's a more comprehensible story and with a lot more reason instead of them being still tag team champions. And for him to say that, for him to do the qualifying thing.
I agree with you. I'll put the tag team titles aside. Why doesn't Jimmy going for a title shot?
Because he's not the story. The story here is Jay.
Nobody cares about Jimmy. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give the Jimmy opportunity.
Jimmy's not marketable. He's not doing the yeet thing.
Oh, please.
I'm kidding.
He's way better on the mic. I'm sorry. He's a better Uso on the mic.
Yeah, but he's a lot worse than other stuff, so yeah.
By the way, regarding Byron Saxton copying Corey Grace's outfit, did you saw a JBL's tweet?
No. What did he write?
Okay, so JBL tweet goes as follows. If Gunther retired Byron Saxton, he will be biggest babyface since William Wallace.
Do it. Do it. All right. Moving on. We got a promo by Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, who, of course, gives Liv flowers before Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Folks, do that. Don't forget to give flowers to your girl or vice versa on Valentine's Day. So
okay, I'll go from a woman's standpoint. It doesn't necessarily have to be roses and chocolate. Go to a fancy restaurant, eat your dinner, all the thing is done, and then do what you do.
In Israel, you can give her a lafa. Just make sure it's not dry. Put a little trina in it.
But why without the tahini? It's dry.
Exactly. That's an Israeli joke. Anyways, so we got a promo with Liv and Dominic boasting about the fact that he's the greatest intercontinental and she's the royal mover of all time. Worst ringtone ever.
Why you have it as a ringtone?
Someone has to have it as a ringtone.
You have
Oh,
it
it's
as
a
a ringtone?
reminder. Oh, it's a reminder. I have to be hit by a bus.
Alarm clock, maybe, not a ringtone.
Yeah, maybe an alarm clock. I'm up. I'm up, please. Knock it off. Okay, so they have this promo about them being the greatest. Stephanie Vaquer walks out, and of course, Liv confronts her. Stephanie turns to her and says things in Spanish. Denise Salcedo translated some of the stuff. She called her a tramp. And then Liv goes to Dominic. What'd you say? What'd you say, Dominic? What'd you say? And Dominic like, you don't want to hear this, but let me just say a couple of things back to her. And then he says a couple of things in Spanish that a lot of us don't understand, but that's cool. And then Liv says, what did he say, Dominic? What did you say? Listen, Liv, there's this thing called Duolingo. If you do it 5 minutes a day, I swear to God, in a month you can understand every single word they said. So afterwards, of course, Stephanie tells Liv, okay, just pick me for WrestleMania. We'll have the match and I'll kick your ass. And Liv goes, why are you rushing me? I have no reason to rush. I have all the time in the world. I can decide between you and Jade. I'm in no hurry. And then when Stephanie turns away to go back, she calls her a very bad word. I'm not going to say it, but here's my hunch. I thought the word was ad lib, and Stephanie was legit mad at Liv. Just my guess. I could be mistaken. Because she gave a slap that Dominic almost took his head off. And of course, Liv is, oh my God, you broke Dominic. Oh no. And so, yeah, we're probably going to get this match. I don't think we're going to get Liv Jade. But what do you think about the segment?
First of all, Liv Morgan gives me Regina George vibes. Regina George from Mean Girls.
Okay.
If you saw the movie with Lindsay Lohan.
Like a long time ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's one thing. Secondly, hear me out on this one. Okay, we all know that Bad Bunny had his show on the Super Bowl a few days ago. Good show, by the way. And you had also 8 AAA stars over there. Irrelevant. Here's the deal. Now you have Liv and Dominic. Obviously, we'll go to Liv and Stephanie at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Now, I said on our Hebrew channel that there are speculations that Bad Bunny will have a feud with Dominic Mysterio. Could be a WrestleMania, could be a AAA. So, Stephanie Vaquer needs an equalizer. Bad Bunny.
So what are you saying? We're going to get that match at AAA, or we're going to get a WrestleMania?
Not before WrestleMania. I think that if they will promote it somehow towards Elimination Chamber, maybe you will have 2 or 3 weeks before WrestleMania. Maybe there's somewhere in between. I know a lot of fans want to see Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul. It will come eventually, but I think they will build up Bad Bunny, Dominic Mysterio, hence that storyline. Right now with Liv and Stephanie, that Dominic is there as well.
Well, it could
it will be awesome.
It could be a possibility. I don't know if it's gonna happen. If it does happen, I think AAA is a better option than WrestleMania, due to the fact that Liv is facing a world champion and probably is Stephanie Vaquer 1-on-1. They could do it at night 2, but I don't think they're gonna have 2 matches on the same nights, except if it's not a big world title match, and they could have. I don't know.
They're not gonna pull up Cody and Rock and
yeah.
stuff,
So,
like,
but I
2
do
nights
think.
straight.
I do think that the main story heading to WrestleMania is going to be Bad Bunny and Logan Paul. There's a lot of speculation about that one.
I know, but I think it'd be much fitting if he will go against Dominic first, and then afterwards Logan Paul.
So yeah, you saw like a cut in the editing, because right now we got the report. James Vanderbeek passed away, the star of Dawson from Dawson's Creek. Damn.
That's unfortunate news. I grew up on this actor in Dawson's Creek. Wow. Very unfortunate, really.
May rest in peace. Damn it.
Yeah.
From there, we get a promo from the participants in the qualifying match: Rhea Ripley, Lyra, and Ivy Nile. And that is our next matchup. Ripley, Lyra, Ivy Nile. The winner advances to the Elimination Chamber. 3 things about this match. Number 1. Ripley's the tag team champion. What the hell is she in the qualifying match? That's number 1. Number 2, there's a spot in the match. No one's fault. Could have happened to anyone, but there is a spot in the match where Ivy goes on a rampage, suplex everyone, and then she hits a German suplex and almost squashes Lyra from behind, because Lyra's lying there, and Ivy's doing a German suplex on Ripley, trying to throw her back, and Lyra just notices at the last second, and then oh my god, and then she moves. Oh man, that could have been awkward. And in the end, overall good match. I love seeing Ivy now in her current state in the ring because she has shown a lot of progression in the ring as an athlete, as a competitor. You see it throughout the match. Also, a great showing by Lyra, but this night once again was Mommy's, and Mommy's going to Elimination Chamber. I'm putting her in the same equation as Jey Uso. Why the hell are the tag team champions in the Elimination Chamber match? I know it's Star Power, I know it's Ripley, but they already got a title. They don't need another one. No? It's just me?
No. It's the same thing. I know because they want us to do it. Because it's a Star Power, they want to bring a startup, Star Power in the chamber, both men and women. But yeah, first of all the qualifiers match till now are pretty obvious. Who will win and who will qualify? Let's talk about it. Tiffany, Randy, Rhea, Jay. The only one who's unpredictable right now is what will be on SmackDown with Cody, Jacob Fatu, and Sami Zayn. That's the only one we don't know where we'll go. But other than that, most of the qualifier matches are too predictable.
What are you talking about? We got a qualifying match between Brock Lesnar, Ryu, and Akira Tozawa. What do you think is going to win? I mean,
Shinsuke Nakamura from out of nowhere. Listen. Okay. That's why all those qualifier matches are like
a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a joke. It's a freaking joke. I mean, when you look at what happened, we're going to happen next week between Bayley, Asuka, and Natty, that's pretty much even. It could go either way.
This one, yeah,
maybe
pretty much.
And also, the main event could have gone either way, either with Penta or LA or Austin. It could have gone either way. So it's pretty like evenly matched. But then you have the one we had now, and then the one you said about the one on SmackDown with Sammy. That's also pretty much even, but who knows who's gonna win that one? But then you get Gunther versus Javon versus Dominic, and Gunther's gonna kill both of those guys.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh
see,
man.
obvious.
If Gunther doesn't qualify for after next week for this matchup, I have no idea how they're going to screw this up.
No, it's 100% goes to Gunther. The majority of the qualifiers are way too obvious, guys.
Well,
but I will have to say the good words on Ivy now. Yes, I will put that mistake on the side. She was MVP of that match. She was incredible. I loved her performance in that match.
I completely
Shout
agree.
out. And then if you follow her on her social media, she's doing cute videos with her husband, Ari Levy. They were like doing workouts and that, but it's good.
Yeah. All right, from there, we got a conversation backstage from the Judgment Day with Dominic and Liv and Raquel talking about what happened in the ring. They're mad about Stephanie when they see Finn Balor. And then Dominic turns to him and says, "Hey, Finn, how are you, buddy? You okay?" And Finn's like, "No, I want my title match." And Dominic says, "Yeah, but you kind of blew it, dude, because you lost to CM Punk and you didn't make it to the Rumble, and I'm already in a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. You kind of missed the boat. I mean, there aren't any chances. Like, there's nothing left." And Finn Balor goes, "Oh, yeah?
Stretched like a bubble gum."
Well, yeah? Well, I'm going to make my own chance. I'm going to go in the ring right now. And we will never see the implosion of the Judgment Day. This will never be over, guys.
Stretched like a bubble gum. Seriously.
Judgment Day never dies. All right. From there, we're supposed to have an interview with CM Punk in the ring, Michael Cole and CM Punk, when Finn Balor enters the ring. He is mad. He is furious. And he goes on a rant saying, "You're talking about Roman Reigns. Hell, I had Roman Reigns beat like 5 years ago when the lightning struck the turnbuckle and then made me lose the match. Only an act of God could have stopped me from winning that championship for Roman. So I don't care about this. I won my championship match." Adam Pearce shows up, and I swear to God, I left my ass off. And he goes, "Balor, we talked about this. There is no way to give you a match before WrestleMania. It is a done deal. It's a closed case. That's it. The farm has been bought. The store is closed. All the milk is gone from the supermarket. It's done. It's finished. Your credit card is expired. You're not getting those hotel receipts. You're not getting that match." CM Punk walks out. He turns to Adam Pearce and he goes, I want the match. And Adam Pearce goes, listen, you can't sacrifice the biggest main event of all time by defending your title before that. Pearce, you know what happened like 10 years ago for 10 years? You had a title match at Elimination Chamber. Okay? You had the champion defend the championship before WrestleMania. What changed? What changed? I mean, seriously. So Adam Pearce refuses to sign off on this matchup. Punk says, listen, I am getting this match. I'm the champion. I call the shots. So Adam Pearce, you know what? You want it? And the crowd's ecstatic. You want it? The crowd is ecstatic. You're going to get it at Elimination Chamber. And everyone in Cleveland is like, boo. read the room, Pearce, read the room. So, yeah, we are getting the match. And I hear a lot of criticism about it. But it is official. Finn Balor, CM Punk, Elimination Chamber. And my question is, what's the problem? We're getting a high caliber match at a PLE. Yeah, it's a pretty obvious outcome, but what if it's not an obvious outcome? But yeah, you're right. Punk is losing in Chicago. It's an obvious outcome, but still.
Exactly, because the criticism is because of the outcome. That's the whole point. Like Finn Balor gets a second chance just to lose it again. What, they want to build him like a similar storyline to Drew McIntyre? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, but first off, what happens if he doesn't lose it? What if we actually going to get a triple threat match at Mania? I don't think we're going to get one. But
we're not going to get that.
But here's the question. Why is this any different than what happened a couple of years ago when you had title matches at Elimination Chamber? It's not. You have to like sell
Saying they had a title match at Chamber?
Of course they had. They had like a couple of them. Either at the Chamber itself or someone defended the championship.
When was the last time? When was the last time?
Well, let's see. Let's run it back. 2017. What was it?
You see, almost a decade.
Wait, was there
almost a decade? Don't put the Universal title on the equation.
Yeah,
because he wanted it lost in 24 hours later because of injury.
Wait. Bray Wyatt won the title at Elimination Chamber 2017. 2018, trying to remember if they had a match for that one.
I think it was only one match for the title, and that was Wyatt.
No, like it was Wyatt, and then it was Daniel Bryan.
But I'm asking specifically about Finn Balor, not the Chamber itself. I'm asking specifically about Finn Balor.
Just a championship match. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley had a world title match.
I'm asking Finn Balor. I'm asking about Finn Balor.
Oh, you're asking when was the last time he had a title match?
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe 2019. But here's the thing about Balor. They build it up for him to have an obvious reason why he is challenging CM Punk. He lost to him in a title match in Ireland. He attacked him to get the rematch, and he's getting the rematch. It's all fine and dandy. And I think it's fine to put it at a PLE because you have to give me a reason to buy the PLE. So now I have a reason. Is it going to be a good match?
No, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't mind that this match is going to happen. But I do mind the outcome again. That's the problem. You just given the push to Finn Balor just to lose again. So what's the point? I will love it. Okay, it'll be the popular opinion. No, but here's the popular opinion. I would love a triple threat at WrestleMania. I would love that.
Really?
Just to give Finn Balor this opportunity. Yeah.
All right.
Of course, people want to see Roman Reigns and CM Punk one-on-one because of their storyline. But if you add someone else to that mix, it'll be much more interesting. Especially with the underdog, which is Finn Balor in this equation.
I think it would be interesting, but I think there's a bigger story to tell with Roman and CM Punk alone without adding Finn Balor. No, I'm just saying, the way I see it, for example.
Just to add it to it. Just to add. Like, obviously, you won't put Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns one-on-one.
You could. I mean, you already beat him.
But you don't have a storyline there. Compared to Punk.
He wants to get in the main event of Mania, so he challenges Roman to put his title shot on the line the night before or at Raw somewhere down the line.
So you're talking after WrestleMania at this point?
No, before WrestleMania. He's challenging Roman for his spot at WrestleMania to get back at Punk.
It won't happen. It won't happen.
No, of course it won't. I'm just suggesting a scenario.
Roman Reigns will have only 5 appearances before WrestleMania. 5 appearances. That's more from last year. But 5 appearances.
You better work quick. So
no, all we will do is brawl with Punk. Or maybe cut a promo or two. That's it.
Listen, you could have added Finn Balor to the Elimination Chamber, but I think we are getting Finn Balor versus Dominic and Mania to finally close the chapter on that godforsaken rivalry in
Oh
between
my
the brothers.
god, it's stretched for 2 years.
We need to
For two,
finish this.
almost 3 years, and
Yeah,
they've done nothing with that storyline. It's like, you're pushing, you're stretching, you're stretching, you're stretching, you're stretching. I want to take a knife, like, fuck,
but that is
cut
the
the gum in
Triple
half.
H method. You have to realize that is the Triple H method. He's stretching
There's a
things up.
long-term storytelling, and then it's too much. Like, get to the point. Same with Zaruca, goddammit. This is no. I'm serious. If you want to,
But
okay.
when it comes,
If it
wait,
goes
wait.
to Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania, push the button
But
now.
when it comes to Finn Balor and Punk, from what I've read, Punk pushed for this match, and he wanted to push Finn as a main event contender. He's getting what he wants, and I think it's good for Balor to be seen in that kind of specific matches
Obviously,
because people wanted to see that for a long, long time. So yeah, I don't have a problem with him having a match in
no.
Chamber.
Again, I'm not.
The only concern they should have is if Punk is injured. This is gonna mess up the entire WrestleMania main event plan, guys.
I don't think so. I don't
Let's
think
just
he'll
hope
be
for him. Nothing
there. Again,
happens.
I know. I don't mind about the match as well. But as a fan standpoint, if right now I'm a fan and I want to see how the storyline progresses, we know the outcome, and that's why I want to go to do something more major than that.
Well,
That's from a fan standpoint, not
yeah,
from someone who's doing a podcast right
yeah,
now.
of course, of course. I completely agree. All right, from there, we get the match. It's official. The crowd hates it because it's not in Cleveland. We finally get the promo from CM Punk talking about WrestleMania, talking about the history, talking about Roman Reigns, yada 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 yada. Yeah, he's building up the match. Good promo. Moving on.
Yeah.
We see a bad conversation backstage between Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce, and Heyman says, "This is your fault because you aggravated Braun Breaker. He worked himself to death. He worked himself too much, and then he injured himself, and now he's out indefinitely." And Paul and Adam Pearce says, "Well, I don't know what you want. For me, Braun Breaker is an asset. He is one of the biggest stars on Monday Night Raw. I want him on the show, but he can't do what he wants. So I hope he's fine." As for Austin Theory, tonight he has a triple threat, and I'm telling the Vision to stay out of it. You're not going to interfere. Is that a threat? Well, yes. It is a threat. And Logan Paul says, "Well, what if we do interfere? What are you going to do about it?" It's no disqualification. What exactly is he going to do about it? We have no idea. So, yeah, we're getting the match, and then Bronson Reed says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of him." Are we getting Adam Pearce versus Bronson Reed at WrestleMania? Is he going to squash him?
Nah.
All right.
No.
Okay, we get the next match. It's Natty because Natalia elevates and Natty decimates. Natty versus Maxine. Right from the get go, Natty she's insane. She goes right after Maxine. She beats the hell out of her, but Maxine is not a quitter. She fights back.
Vaccine has a new entrance theme.
Oh yeah, I kind of noticed it. Yeah. How come she gets a new thing and the other Academy got screwed? Huh? How come?
We haven't heard it because we heard a few seconds because it was back from commercial break on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
But she has a new theme, so I'm like, I don't have an opinion, but just know that she got a new one. Like, she's out of the Alpha Academy apparently.
No, I don't think she's out of the Alpha Academy. I'm just thinking they gave her just a better identity than the Alpha Academy. They need to like this, like
I don't
establish
know.
her.
I'm just making an assumption.
No, I tell you why. Because she had a segment backstage, and they were all together with Bert Kishner, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I know.
Right.
It was just my assumption only.
Of course, yeah. So they were going at it. They're fighting off, and then they're both on the outside, and they're fighting on top of the announce table. It's a double count out, and then Natty does the most extreme thing she can do. She puts Maxine in the sharpshooter on top of the table. Now, logistically, how is it more painful to do the sharpshooter on the announce table instead of the ring? Is it like more painful logistically? Anyone? No? It doesn't add anything. It doesn't matter where you put the sharpshooter.
They were brawling on ringside, so maybe because of that. It's like, I don't want to get her to the ring. It's too high. Okay, so the announce table.
Maybe it wasn't really comfortable for Maxine because she was lying on the monitors. Maybe I don't know, but it doesn't.
Could be. if
I
you
mean, it
really
looks.
want to analyze it, so all the props there, yeah, it's like I have to put it like it's like, okay, I'll put her knee on the cables. I
Uh,
don't know.
it just made me laugh. So, anyways, it's a double count out. Natty puts Maxine in the sharpshooter. She finally lets go. AJ Lee runs down to the ring to make sure Maxine's okay. She helps her out. She carries her along with an official. When Becky comes out of nowhere, pushes AJ into a ring post, and she gets out of there. Yeah, we feel the tension now, people. This is it. We're going into the
Fatal
elimination
four
chamber.
way.
Yeah, could be. We got a promo by LA Knight.
Yeah.
Pretty decent promo saying his direct is his intention is to get rid of every member of the Shield. Breaker got lucky because he got injured first, but he's gonna take every single one of them, and that's his goal in life. And yeah, so let's see what happens.
Yeah.
We get the match of the night. This match was awesome. Los Americanos versus Javon Evans and the original El Grande Americano. First off, big high props. Big, ginormous high props to Los Americanos. You could see those guys having a blast doing their whole shtick. It's awesome. And you can just see them having a really good time doing doing these gimmicks. Either in the commercial break when you hear them talking about Viva la Mexico.
It was funny.
It
That
was
was too funny
funny
when they
as
cut the
well.
promo.
Yeah,
I loved it.
It was awesome. And then we get to the match, a good high impact match between all four competitors. Javon is on a roll there, jumping all over the ring. He did a spot that I usually see from Dante Martin in AEW, where he put his feet on the rope and then he jumps for like in a backflip. I'm sorry, Dante did it first. I'm just saying. And then we get the ESPN move of the week, move of the century. You'll remember this spot forever, where Bravo jumps from the turnbuckle, tries to hit El Grande in the middle of the ring, and Javon hits him with a cutter.
That was amazing.
That was
I think that maneuver will be remembered for a long time, really. And I want to say my kindest word to Bravo, specifically Bravo. He's into the character entirely. He goes to the ring and he's doing all these funny poses and all that. And he's in the mat. He loves every second of it. And the fact that he sold this cutter perfectly. Wow. I think Bravo was amazing. Tyler Bate.
Give that man a slammy. He deserves it.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
So
it was a great match.
Great match. Original El Grande and Javon win. Afterwards, the second El Grande attacks the original, trying to take his mask off. He doesn't succeed. And we'll have to see the continuation of these events in AAA because their original is the bad guy and the second one is the good guy. So it's going to be a good dynamic over there. Awesome. Video promo by Ova, who has apparently turned into Thanos because everything is inevitable. And I'm ready to take over this kingdom.
He needs the glove.
He needs the glove.
And the 10 stones.
Did you see that funny video somebody edited of him facing Kid Wilson and then doing that Street Fighter move by Akuma? If you haven't, I'll send it to you. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I didn't. Send it to me afterwards.
Yeah, I'll send it to you afterwards. It's awesome. An interview by Gunta saying he's being asked about the Elimination Chamber, and he's talking about the fact that it's about time. I mean, demolishing people right and left, like retiring people. Why the hell am I not in the championship? How come I'm not in the championship conversation? I mean, come on. So yeah, I'm in the qualifying match. I'm going to qualify to WrestleMania. I'm going to get my championship back. So, according to plan, yeah.
Yeah.
So next week we're getting Gunther versus Javon Evans versus Dominic Mysterio in a men's qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. On the other side, we get Bayley, Asuka, and Natty. So what are we thinking here? What are our bets?
Gunther. And if I want to say for the woman, Natty, no, because of the storyline with Maxine, there will be a shtick there. So it's either Bayley or Asuka. So I'll have to go with Bayley on this one.
I'm going with Asuka.
Yeah. All right.
All right. And we get to our main event. Penta versus Austin Theory. For the love of God, Triple H turned him into himself. Look at the first of all, the lighting, the music, the wardrobe. He wore the same jacket Triple H wore at WrestleMania 33.
He just needs the water bottle.
He is turning him into the Game Boy. That's what he's doing to the kid.
Game Boy.
Austin Theory is the Game Boy.
There's a Game Boy.
Trademark it. He's the Game Boy. Look
No,
at the
but
thing.
first of all, Game Boy is trademarked, and secondly, doing a Pikachu entrance because you have Pokemon Game Boys.
This is insane. He completely turned
Oh my
Austin
god.
Theory into a young Triple H. It's weird. And of course, LA Knight. Good match overall. A complete back and forth and third. And again, between all three competitors. And then there's a point in the match where the Vision comes down, trying to interfere in the matchup. And here's the thing. Logan Paul is distracting the referee. And then Bronson Reed hits the Tsunami on LA. Now, how come you're distracted? There's no disqualification. Why are you distracting the referee? No DQs. You don't need to distract the referee for that. Logic. So then Adam Pearce shows up, and he's mad, and he's like, get out of there! We move to the outside. We think Austin Theory is going to win the match. No, Penta pulls him to the outside. They're fighting the outside. And then out of nowhere, once again, it's the Masked Man. No, here's the thing. We all thought at the Royal Rumble that the Masked Man was apparently Logan Paul. Or, somebody else. But Logan Paul was the one in the betting odds. So, wait a minute. So this is not Logan Paul, because Logan Paul is now chasing him throughout the arena with Bronson, and it's not Austin Theory, it's not Logan Paul. Who the hell is this guy? We have no idea.
Okay, so if you go to speculations now, people saying Grayson Waller.
It could be.
Fine, I don't care.
I'm saying it's Otis. It had to be Otis.
Omos. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Omos.
It had to be Omos. And afterwards, LA takes Austin Theory with a BFT. And LA Knight, thank God, qualifies for the Elimination Chamber. He deserves it, man. He deserves it.
Yep, totally.
So, yeah, a very funny episode of Monday Night Raw. And we always hear on Clothesline give him a score between 1 and 10, and there's even a 0 if it was a complete catastrophe. What is your score from Monday Night Raw?
6.5.
I'll give it a 6.5 as well. Actually, give it a 6 over in the Hebrew version, but I'm up and up for that 0.5 thing, because there are a lot of more points in rewatching this episode that made me laugh. So yeah, I'll give it a 6.5. Moving on to NXT. After what happened last week, we have a brand new. Well, what happened?
It starts with Booker T again, singing Joe Hendry.
I swear to God, Booker T is passing a stone. I wrote it on my notes. Booker T is passing a stone. What the hell is wrong with that guy? Somebody's call an ambulance. Booker T's losing it.
Oh my God.
And you know what?
Doing it on purpose.
And you know what frightens me? The reason I'm up at nights, because now I know that Booker T said he recorded those kind of chants in the game. He's gonna record that. He's gonna record that commentary inside the game. You're gonna hear it in the game.
So now you're going to buy 2K26?
I am not touching that game. It's the last thing I do. Okay, so we got a promo from the brand new NXT champion, Joe Hendry. And talks about that when I was attacked and I was on the outside and I saw Ricky Saints climbing up that ladder and grabbing that championship, I knew I had to beat him. And the only reason I actually had that power, that willpower to succeed is because of you guys, because you said, we believed. That was actually really believable, Joe. So Joe, of course, very proud. And actually, this is an exciting moment for Joe Hendry's career, because when as someone like me that I actually have watched him from almost his very beginning back in ICW in Scotland, and seen him make it an entrance into the Hydrodome in a goddamn ball. Okay, if you haven't
seen the Queen's version, he had multiple of them. He did the Queen's part.
The one he did with the wrecking ball when he was inside in like a giant ball, and from there moving on to being the prestigious one in What Culture Pro Wrestling. To see him reach this accolade is just fulfilling. It is satisfying, and I'm truly happy for the guy. Seriously,
me too. He deserves it. He completely deserves it.
So as he is celebrating and thanking the fans, the Vanity Project comes in, man, and I'm like, wow, these guys are annoying. And not in a good way. I mean, when they lost a couple of members of their faction and Evolve, they had Zeta Steel, and now she's already in AEW.
I don't remember the other one's name.
I don't remember either, but he was like he turned on them and then he faced them in a title match and then he beat him, Jackson Drake. I think like they need more instead of this frio. They actually missed something. So I hope somebody gets added into this group because I do think they have some kind of value, but they kind of missed it when they lost the two members. Like I think they would be a
Put
much
their
better.
entrance music. Come on.
Yeah. So the Vanity Project enter the ring and they confront Joe Hendry, and oh my God, they solved the mystery. That's right, because spoiler, we attacked you last week, but you said
Thank you, Ava.
Th- like, but they said it, like
I
it,
know.
but they already said that they attacked you. What kind of mystery is that? Worst Scooby Doo mystery ever. Okay, you guys. I mean, come on. So of course, Jackson Drake wants a match with Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry accepts. They have a schmuzz and they take out Joe Hendry, and it's official. Tonight we'll have Jackson Drake, the Evolve champion, versus Joe Hendry for the NXT Championship. Is he even defending that title in Evolve? What the hell's going on over there, man?
I'm I'm not following much of Evolve, but I will give you a name of someone that can fit to this faction. It's Gal.
He could.
Gal fits this
Yeah.
faction perfectly, if you ask me. That's first of all. Secondly, props to Jackson Drake. I actually like this promo. He's like really badass on the mic.
Yeah.
And he is a good athlete, by the way.
He is. He is.
So I'll give him the shout outs to that. And most importantly, after they beat down Joe Hendry, he takes his title, and then he's in the back of the camera, and then he's moving to the camera like Joe Hendry does. Now, I think I'm the only one who saw this,
What?
but he gave me Zoolander's vibe when he did the turn. He turned and he gave me a Magnum face.
He did the pout thing with his lips.
He did. He gave me Zoolander vibes.
Awesome.
Not in the bad way. I'm complimenting you, Jackson Drake. If you're hearing this,
Wow.
I'm complimenting you. But that's the first thing that popped to my mind.
Wow.
But yeah,
All right.
it was. But that was too quick to get a title shot at that evening. But I'm okay for that.
All right. Zaruca's not fine, people. Zaruca is not fine at all. They're still fighting and bickering backstage. And they're talking about the match in the main event, where it's a tag team match between Zaruca and the Rank QCC, and whoever gets the pin gets a title match against JC Jane. So Zaruca goes and talks to Zarya and goes, "Okay, so here's the game plan." And Zarya goes, "What game plan?" I want the title match. Why are you? How come are you considering this? And Sol goes, "Well, come on. It could go either way. You know, I could win. You could win." And like, no. Why should you win? Let me have this. You had everything, Sol. Come on. You always get the better dresses. Mom always likes you better. Give me this title shot, Sol. And Sol's like, "Yeah, but anything can happen. I'm so innocent." I'm like, what is this?
Okay,
So
you said it
good.
yourself on your Hebrew podcast that this storyline is stretched also like a gum, like Finn and Dominic. But a lot of people are really want Zarya to do the turn on Soul Ruka, but you said, okay, maybe it will be interesting if Soul is the one who will do the turn.
Throughout these scenarios and throughout these scenes and these segments that we're watching between Zarya and Soul, I think a lot of people are more sympathetic towards Zarya instead of Soul Ruka, because Soul is stealing everything she has. She's like the meaner sister.
Yeah, but but it also is like, oh, we can knit together. It could go either way. It's obvious it goes for the turn.
Man, if something happens next week, I'll be pleasantly surprised if Soul Ruka actually turns on Zarya, not
At
the
this
other way
point,
around.
I don't care who will do the turn. Do it already.
All right.
That's it.
Okay, we get the match. First match of the night. Jada Parker, Miss Parker, versus Blake Monroe. There's a botch in the match. I don't know exactly what happened because Blake is going for a suplex, and either Jade misunderstood the move because she thought she was going for a DDT, but when Blake tried to lift her, Jade didn't go with her to complete the move, and then she fell on her head. Something happened there. I don't know exactly what happened. Other than that, it's another schmaz, and they're going at it, and then Jada Parker just goes nuts. Baby, I'm gonna kill everybody. And then she rams the referee.
Wow.
Rams the referee with her bum, and then she kicks another security guard into the guardrail, breaking the guardrail. Oh my God, woman, you're breaking this entire arena. And yeah, this is another huge brawl, and this feud is not going anywhere. Awesome segment.
It was weird.
Yeah, but still awesome.
The match was weird. The brawl was weird. She's hitting the referees. The first referee, it wasn't by accident, by the way.
Yeah.
She wanted to do the hypnotic on Blake, and then she missed her by a few inches, but she went to the referee instead.
Yeah.
And then she goes, okay, if I'm going down there, okay, so I'll tag the other referees. It was and something felt like the chemistry wasn't 100%. That's how I felt. Yeah. The chemistry wasn't 100% between Blake and Jada.
That would explain the botch in the match with the whole suplex thing.
No, and also the brawl. You saw something. The brawl itself, something was missing.
Maybe those two don't get along in real life. Who knows?
Maybe, I don't know.
We're just I'm not. It
was weird. It was all. Everything there was weird.
Yeah. We got a conversation between Robert Stone and Keanu Carver, and Keanu Carver is mad. He's pissed. Why? Because someone gave a championship match against Joe before he got one. And he's asking Robert Stone, how come Jackson Drake gets a match? And Robert Stone is giving him logic, but Keanu doesn't want to comprehend logic. Because Robert Stone says, listen, because he attacked him, and that kind of makes sense for him to get the first match. But that's okay, Keanu, you will get your match. And Keanu goes, well, if I can't get my match, I'm going to break every single goddamn thing in this arena. And Robert Stone goes, well, we wanted chaos. I hope you're insured, okay? We want chaos. Give you a break. Okay, we get an awesome video for Tatum Paxley. Whoever edited this?
That's AI. That was 100% really? AI, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Damn, that thing was
awesome. Was 100% AI. And yeah, it was a great video. It was a great promo to present Tatum Paxley, this whole storyline with Easy, but it was 100% AI. And I'll tell you how you notice it. Yeah. First of all, you can't shoot out a vines coming out of your eye. And secondly, you see that to some frames, it's not Tatum Paxley's face. And some of the tattoos weren't even hers. That was 100% AI. It was great. Just so you know, it was 100% AI.
Just don't tell me that one of the tattoos was an AEW logo like they did with the Dominic video.
No, it was kind of a random. It was all random tattoos. But
even still, I thought this video was very, very...
it was unique.
Yeah.
It was unique.
It was done very good. It was unique. It showed a new light into the Tatum Paxley character. Are we getting some kind of a new design on her character?
No. I think it will be the same character, but it just shows like a side of Tatum, like everything after everything that went through with Easy Dame. Well, the storyline still continues, Kat. Right?
Because Tatum is like an onion. She has layers.
It's like what?
She's like an onion. She has layers.
So maybe it's another layer. But I don't think it will be a character change. We'll see something different from Tatum, but not a character change.
All right, we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
Afterwards, we got a conversation backstage with Chase U members. Well, one former member, one new current member, Dixon and Uriah Connors. And Dixon is very disappointed in Uriah. Come on, man. When we came here, we wanted to learn stuff. And Chase U was the place to learn. We brought it back to life. And then you turned on us. Why, man?
Why are you doing a Donald Trump accent?
I'm doing a Tommy Chong accent because
it sounds like Donald Trump.
No, Donald Trump is like, yeah, I have to get into this because this is very typical, very strange. And Tommy Chong is like, well, yeah, man, I'm trying to like have a It sounds the same, but it's really not. Anyways, Dixon is very disappointed in Uriah, and he's mad at him. And Uriah goes, listen, we learned nothing from Mr. Chase. He actually used us to get what he wants. But these guys that I met last week, they're way cooler. We have something in common. All of our fathers are wrestlers. If that's the only common denominator, who the hell is the father of Stax? Is he a second generation wrestler? I don't think so.
Or father-in-law Santino counts?
Yeah, are we going there? Okay, fine.
I have no idea, man.
It's fine. Let's go there.
Okay, you know what? Let's check.
So So Kale Dixon says, "Fine, if you don't want it, I'll probably beat the hell out of you. Gonna beat the reason into you. So they're probably gonna have a match." But then Lexus says, "Listen, like the main story of this faction is that they've always been ashamed about the fact that they're second generation stars, and now they're coming out and says, so what if we're our second generation stars? We don't have to deny it. We don't have to be ashamed of it. We're proud of who we are. We just have a chance to show our legacy." So you have Oriah Connors, who is the son of Fit Finley. You have Lexus King, who is the son of the late Brian Pillman. And you have Ariana Grace, who is the daughter of Santino Marella. And they were speculating about a fourth member. Who is that fourth member? Who is it gonna be? I'm guessing Dave Finley.
Okay, let's see.
So because if it's not him, what other second generation stars are in this company? I mean, you had Brooke Jensen, but he's involved now. So
I don't know about Brooks Jensen. I don't
he's the
think
son
there
of Bull
isn't.
Buchanan, so it's only with just one theory.
I don't think there isn't. So
Nope.
if they're going on the second generation thing, so yeah, probably Finley.
If they actually bring El Grande Jr. into this faction, that
Oh
would be
wait a
amazing.
minute, Royce Keys. No, he's not second generation,
He's
but
not a
still,
second. Did you know Royce Keys is actually 41?
41 years old.
No, everybody thought he was like 35, and apparently he's 41. You know what? You know what that means? Absolutely nothing. Nobody cares about
Exactly.
it. But somehow it's actually a headline somewhere. I think actually Meltzer talked about this. No one cares. Who cares about age in wrestling? Oh man. I think the funniest story I've heard about age in wrestling is when Virgil passed away, he lied to everyone. He was like 10 years older than what he said he actually was. Something like that. 10 or 12 years old.
Older than when he was? Why would
Yeah.
he lie 10 years older than
I
what
have
he
no
was?
idea. He always said he was actually more older than he claimed he was. Much older. That was funny. All right. Another weird thing in NXT is the fact that sometimes they do collaborations with some kind of product placement and movies. So there's a movie coming up, and you see Big Joseph talking to Booker T, and they're like, you kind of feel like something strange, and then they turn their back and they see a serial killer sitting in the back row.
It's a
Like,
movie called Psycho Killer, and that was promoting Tommaso Ciampa.
exactly. Great, you guys. You actually brought Ciampa back. This is amazing.
He has long
Yeah.
hair. I think the man with the mask was Ilya LaFleur. Prove me otherwise.
By the way, we when talking about Ciampa, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
I don't know if we said it here or in Hebrew, but let's talk about this because now the rumors around Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae are actually more circulating than before, and now Johnny has this thing where he actually lies on things, all depressed, and then
Yeah.
I saw a comment by Tommaso commenting, "Hey, listen, buddy, I know you have problems. Let's talk or something." Now, I don't know if actually it means anything, but if because I haven't seen or read anything confirming about the status of Johnny Gargano's contract along with Candice LeRae.
Okay, I'll
But
ask you a different question.
sure.
Did you saw on their X account that they removed anything that were WWE related on
Yes,
their
but the
bio?
thing is they actually did this like 5 years ago.
That what?
It's not something new. It was there. It was like that before. It's
And
there,
no, but also Johnny Gargano put a link to Pro Wrestling Tees for.
well, he had that in his contract when he signed back.
Okay.
So somebody already confirmed this. He had the
Okay.
status with the Pro Wrestling Tees deal when he got back in the company after he finished his first contract in NXT. When he came back, he got that deal done where he can sell stuff at Pro Wrestling Tees. So it's not something new. So I know someone speculated about this. So I saw the confirmation. So there it is. I don't know if Johnny Gargano's leaving, but Tommaso Ciampa just confirmed that Johnny didn't know that Tommaso was leaving. He never told him. He like in the week he finished his contract. That's the only time he told him. He never told him before that. It was something he
That's
discussed
kind of
with
a
his wife
weird.
only.
I don't think it's real because they're two of best friends. Why wouldn't he tell him about it? It's kind of weird.
It's like funny. It's like Johnny turns to Ciampa. Hey, see you in the office like next week. Yeah, about that. But we got a title match. Yeah, about that.
It's weird. I don't think
God
it's
damn
true.
it,
They're
Ciampa,
best
you
friends,
screwed
and
me.
obviously they knew it beforehand.
I don't know. Anything can happen. All right. We got a match in a speed tournament between Eli Knight.
Yeah.
You gotta do something with the name
Change
change.
the name! Unless they put him on a feud with LA Knight and
Listen,
then
we are.
copyright
You
match.
got 8 months
Trademark
to
match.
listen. You got 8 months to go. If you hang on with that name until Halloween, you can go in as Eli Knight, and then you can dress up as LA Knight, and it will be tremendous.
No, no, no. I want a feud with him and LA Knight, and there will be a trademark match.
No, it's Eli Knight. That's okay. Anyways,
Eli
uh,
Drake! Just remind you.
bingo. Book it. Now here's a question. What are they doing with Josh Bray? Is he leaving? They have wasted him completely. And I don't know how come the NXT crowd is so heinous and so mean to Josh Briggs because that guy can work.
I agree. I totally agree. I think they're like underutilizing him. And if you remember, he had a match with Tavian Heights a month ago, and Booker T said mid match,
Yeah.
you know that after WrestleMania there will be budget cuts. So it's kind of hinting that maybe Josh Briggs will be on that list. Unfortunately, with his direction right now, I see it happen.
And it's not his fault. I mean, he
Of
is
course,
good
it's
in
not
the
his
ring.
fault. Of course, he's
Just
very talented. He's great on the mic. He's good in the ring. I think that he should really be in the main event spot. He should have won the title by now, and they haven't done nothing with that. Why? I don't know. I don't know what's going on backstage.
damn.
But again, as a fan standpoint, if you're not gonna do anything with Josh Briggs, then I'm not gonna be surprised it will be cut after WrestleMania.
I feel bad for the guy because he deserves a
Yeah,
lot better than this.
100%.
So we get the match. It's a nothing match because it's only 3 minutes. But Eli wins. Afterwards, Eli and LaFleur shake hands towards their finals next week. And Jasper Troy comes in and demolishes everyone. Ah! Yeah, what a rampaging champion. So yeah.
Yep.
Conversation backstage between Lola Vice and Robert Stone. He congratulates her for winning the mixed tag team titles with Mr. Iguana, and says, "Yeah, listen, your hand is injured, like it's broken, so I can't give you the match next week." And Lola goes, "Wait, but I can kick." Yeah, sure, because this is the Karate Kid movie. So yeah, she says I can kick, and Robert Stone goes, "Well, if you can kick, so okay, let's do this." And then, as the minute he says that, one of the referees turns into tension into the backstage area because something is going on. And then we see Kalani Jordan attacking Lola Vice, breaks her hand again,
Yeah.
and she's like, "No, my hand is broken." And Kalani goes, "Well, that's what you get." And guess what? The match is still on.
Next week,
Yeah. Why?
she can kick.
Yeah, she
She
can
can
kick. From there, we see Keanu Carver destroying everything in sight. He completely annihilates the entire dressing room of NXT plus its inhabitants. Oh my god. We get a promo from Dark State talking about their state in Dark because they're the
I
tag team
think it's
champ.
their first in-ring promo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Although
First in-ring promo.
all these times they had vignettes and they had videos and they had parking lot segments and they talk about Tony D'Angelo and the fact actually Cutler was the guy that did most of the major talking about the fact that they took out one of the pillars in Tony D'Angelo and the fact that he had to go away for 6 months.
The only one who haven't spoke there was Osiris.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
Dion spoke, Cutler spoke, Sugar spoke, and the thing is about Cutler James, you remember that he was like a perverted comedy thingy?
I think they dropped that thing real fast. They dropped it like real fast because
Obviously.
because they didn't want to turn him into a dumb character. So I think they tried to like, okay, let's just erase all that stuff.
It was weird. Yeah, I'm glad they canceled that. It was weird.
I think it would have ruined his career if he kept doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So they basically say, okay, all hands off. Dion, you go for the world title. You go for the NXT division. I'll take care of Tony D'Angelo. But then the calling, I don't know how to say that. The calling, they basically say, okay, listen, we can wait our time. We're not going anywhere. There's two of us, there's four of you. We're going to wait. Do we have a vision in mind? Vision. We'll see what happens. And then out the mud come out. What the hell's wrong with these tag names? Out the mud come in and say, hey, if it wasn't for the Vanity Project, we would have won. And then what is it? Hack and Tank show up and then say, no, no, listen, I'll allow you. We were tag team champions. And then they all brawl with each other. And Robert Stone announces a triple threat tag team match next week. The winner gets a shot at Dark State. So yeah.
No, but first of all, OTM,
Yeah.
man, they entered with Dark State's team. They did like the whole blackout
Yeah.
and the flares and everything, and then and Nima was like, "Oh, now speak." Oh, okay. Then he cuts his promo, and after that, the King and Say comes. The match was announced, and then Tony D'Angelo attacks everyone there.
Yeah.
The entire Dark State, by the way.
Ha ha ha.
And next week we have Cutler James versus Tony D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo, the modern day Craven the Hunter. Oh God.
I don't know. His
Uh,
entrance music sounds like Nia Jax's entrance. For some reason,
because he's not like most girls.
he's a boy.
Yeah.
Game boy.
All right. So Robert Stone announces a triple threat match. From there, we see Ethan Page trying to confront Robert Stone. The Robert Stone is actually doing a different thing. He's actually trying to compliment Ethan Page. He's trying to have a rapport with the champions to make sure that everyone is satisfied, everything is complimentary. And Ethan Page goes, "Oh, that's more like it." So he starts talking about, okay, who's your next challenger? And Ethan Page says, "Well, I pretty much beat everyone. What, TNA? I took out Moose. I took out that guy. AAA. I took the Iguana guy. I took that guy out. NXT? I took everybody out. There's no one left." Enters Shiloh Hill, dressed as a serial killer, and he gets the match.
Cool. I get a title shot. Cool.
Do you think Shiloh Hill will be the one that take the championship out of Ethan Page?
No.
All right. I hope not. The next match, Jackson Drake versus Joe Hendry for the NXT Championship. A good solid match. Interference from the Vanity Project, but the referee ejects him pretty quick. As for the first title match, one-on-one for Jackson Drake on NXT, he did a pretty solid
It
job.
was a good match. It
Yeah.
was a good match overall.
It was a good match overall.
It was the outcome was right that Joe Hendry would retain the title, but overall it was to show us who Jackson Drake is. One-on-one. It was great.
Yep, and Joe Hendry retains the championship. Afterwards, the Masked Man again. What? Stop it! Knock it off.
Joe Hendry. He sings there as well.
So after the match, it's the Masked Man again. No, stop it. It's just Ricky Saints in a hoodie. So Ricky Saints in a hoodie attacks Joe Hendry. He wants his title match. So now Ricky Saints is the next one. Cover
He haven't done the pose.
and he hasn't done the post. By the way, check out his entrance in WWE 2K. He looks awesome there. Yeah, good job. Afterwards. Okay. Afterwards, Dark State plan to attack Tony when they find him somewhere, and then Cutler says, listen. You take care of the tag team division. He turns to Osiris and the other guy. And then he goes to Dion. You stay focused on the NXT Championship. I'll take care of Tony. And next week, it's Cutler versus Tony. So, yeah.
Yeah.
The next match, the Vanity Project versus Hank and Tank. Nothing much to say. Another good tag match.
It was okay.
It's actually good to see the tag team division alive and well in NXT. And near the end of the matchup, Jackson Drake helps out the Vanity Project, and they win the matchup, thus enabling them to turn to Robert Stone and say, hey, listen, we won. Put us in the match. Robert Stone goes, okay, fine. I'll put you in the match. And
Yay, fatal four-way.
We got a fatal four-way next week. The winner get a tag team title shot against Dark State. Now, here's something that maybe it's just me, but I felt the chemistry between... I apologize, I don't remember the name of the Vanity Project members except for the Jackson Drake. What's the name
I
of the
don't.
guy?
Well, Baylor. I know the one is Baylor. The tanned one. The other one I forgot.
Okay, so first of all, my apologies. I'll remember next time when we do this review. But Baylor's the blonde guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's something about the chemistry between Baylor and Jackson Drake that makes me say I think it would be better off for them to be the tag team and for the other guy to be the single star. There's
Why
something
do you
about,
think that?
I don't know, because there's something about the way they co-opt in the ring and a couple of moves they did, even the finish that just screams these two could be a tag team. Maybe it's just me. So
No, I think there's a reason why they wanted to push Drake as a singles competitor. And I'm okay with that.
I'm just saying my
You
thoughts.
haven't heard that much from the other from Battle Wheeler, the other one.
Yeah,
You hear more for a lot from Drake. So if you see something character wise from both sides, from all of them, then we'll have like, okay, who can go where?
yeah,
But you
could
hear a
be,
lot more mainly from Jackson Drake.
could be. We got an interview with Sean Legacy, and he talks about what happened last week in that ladder match and about Keanu Carver, because Keanu Carver threw him into a brick wall and he ran him over. And this week, Keanu demolished the backstage area. I know he's terrifying everyone. I think he even threw a Girl Scout, took her cookies, and threw it into running traffic. Keanu's going insane, folks. But Sean Legacy is not scared because Sean Legacy can face anything. And he said, you know what, Keanu, if you want, I'll take the challenge. I'll challenge you to a match in 2 weeks' time in Atlanta, Georgia, in my hometown. And I'm coming with a bazooka because I need to take you out, dude. So, yeah, Sean Legacy versus Keanu Carver. It could be interesting. Let's see what happens. From there, we got to the main event. Also for next week, like we said, we're gonna have
The
Lola
Fatal
Vice versus
Four Way.
Fatal Four Way. The winner gets a tag team title shot. We get Lola Vice versus Kilani Jordan if Lola is actually cleared from that broken hand. That doesn't make any sense, but fine. We get Cutler James versus Tony D'Angelo, and I think there was another match announced, but I'm not really sure. We'll talk about
No,
it.
I think that's it.
All right.
I
The
think that's
main
it.
event. Zaruca versus Ren QCC. Whoever gets the pin gets a title shot in Atlanta, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. In February 24th. Like before the
24th.
chamber. That is
Exactly.
before the
For the
chamber.
chamber. All right, so we get the match. And the story of the match is Zaruca is not fine. Okay?
Yep. Yep.
Soul starts the match. Zarya steals a tag, a blind tag on Soul. Then the other way around. And the thing is, Zarya says, listen, Soul, you took everything from me. Let me have this. Come on. Stop being so Stop hugging the spotlight. And Soul's like, what? I'm just doing my match. I'm just doing my match. That's basically the story. On the other hand, we see Rank UCC working incredibly good together, and they always compliment each other. And there was even a spot in the match where Ren literally told Kendall, "Listen, take the tag. You go in there. You go finish the job," because she supports her. That's what friends do. And in
I'm
the
gonna give you a
end,
fun fact. Something you had no one noticed,
what?
but on their entrance to the match, you see, okay, Ren goes in first, Candle goes in second. The crowd goes wild for Candle, Gray specifically, and then you saw on Ren's expression something different.
Really? You think?
Yeah,
All right.
you watch that entrance again, you will see something different in her expression.
All right. So in the end, what it looks like Zarya was about to win. Another blind tag to Saul. She gets in the ring, hits a soul snatcher on Kendall. She actually misses by a second, but that's okay. Meanwhile, Zarya does an F5. She wants to pin Ren, and the referee already counts to 3 with Soul pinning Kendall, and Zarya can't believe this. What? She's done it again! And Soul's like, good job, Zarya. Come on, give me a high five. And Zarya's about to clock her in the face.
Please do the turn. I'm begging you. Do
Which
the
one?
effing turn.
If Zarya
Seriously.
attacks Saul, I see it as completely justifiable. It's justifiable because Saul doesn't give Zarya any credit. She steals all the spotlight. She doesn't get any title shots even because
Yeah,
of
but
that.
it makes more sense specifically if Soul will make the turn eventually. He's like Zara, you are a leech. I want my matches. I want my shot.
But
obviously, yeah, it will go. If Zara will do the turn, it will be too obvious. But still,
oh man,
do it already. Seriously.
I just
But
want
regarding, okay, I had to complain here about
Go
the
ahead.
Soul Snatcher specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about it?
Because yeah, it's a great finisher overall. But if you match it up with your opponent,
Of course.
because because here's the thing: you see Soul's matches, you see Soul doing the Soul Snatcher on her opponents, and you know from the get-go, that's where it goes because the opponent has to lean forward to receive it. The mistake with Kendall Gray, she received it too soon.
Exactly.
It's fine, but still, when you have to really do the adjustments with your component, with your opponent, so you need to make sure that if you sell this move, he needs to be reliable. So there's the thing. There are a list of wrestlers, of female superstars, that made that Soul Snatcher reliable, but not all of them. And that's a problem for me. It needs to be reliable. If you have another opinion.
Well, there are a lot of moves in wrestling that are not believable, but they look exciting when performed, like the Soul Snatcher. One of the moves that I think is actually pretty bonkers, that it's there's no way in hell it actually works, but people are really excited to see it, is a move called goddamn, I forgot the name, but it's the finishing move of Jay Lethal. Okay, when he does his cutter from the ropes. Lethal Injection, and I think that's the name of it. And the move
Okay.
goes that your opponent is in the middle of the ring. Jay goes to the rope, does a backflip, like hits the ropes, turn back, and jump for the cutter. The logistic of that is completely insane. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, which means there are a couple of matches where the opponent just stands there, waiting to be hit by the move. I hate it. That's why sometimes when this move is performed, it's almost the exact same scenario about the fact that the opponent receiving the move has to stand there to make sure he gets the move correctly. But sometimes it just looks amazing when it happens all of a sudden, and somehow she's able to hit it, and it looks incredible. So yeah, I can understand your reasoning that for not liking the move. I really
No,
don't.
it's not that I hate the move. It's not that I hate the move. I hate the fact that the opponent itself has to lean forward to receive it because then, okay, it's obvious she's getting the snatcher. Make it more
So yeah.
reliable. That's it. That's my whole
So like I
point.
said, there were a couple of times that some people didn't have to lean forward, but at the end, still she's still flipping backwards, and then when the guy, let's say for the lethal injection, when the guy receives it, he just jumps in the air to get the cutter down. So it's also
Okay, we can
ridiculous.
go through the same thing like some like wrestler that has a finisher from the top row from the corner. So the opponent has to I'm gonna adjust myself on the floor on my back, so I have to adjust to that spot to receive it. Same thing.
Exactly, but sometimes it works perfectly, sometimes it doesn't. So it
Yeah,
is what
I
it is.
know. But
Yeah. All right, so that was NXT. Let's give it a grade between 1 and 10, and there's even a 0 if it was a complete catastrophe.
6.
I'll give it a 6 as well. And I can't wait for Atlanta in 2 weeks because Zaria's gonna beat the living hell out of Saul because she
Make
deserves.
the turn.
She deserves it, and Zaria's gonna get applauded for this because Saul stole the spotlight from that woman.
Make the turn, and that's it. Stop trying it.
All
Seriously.
right, so that was our review for Raw and NXT. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you let us know your thoughts, leave it in the comments down below. Let us know what you thought about the episodes and what would you like us to review instead, like in addition to all the stuff we do review. If you want to hear us talk about classic pay-per-views, we'll have to add a couple of those as well. But from the bottom of our heart, thank you very much for following us on social media and, of course, on this channel. And thank you for spreading the news that there's a new channel in town that loves to talk about professional wrestling, all the love in the world. And once again, a big shout out to Matt Smith. Thank you very much for your shout out and for your support in our little espionage, you might say. And we will see you next time when we review AEW Dynamite, hopefully also TNA, and of course, Friday Night SmackDown. We have a bet to settle. Either Julia wins or Alexa wins. We're going to find out when we talk about SmackDown next time.
He
So,
owes me $50.
a can of Coke.
50 young bucks.
All right, we'll see you next time, folks. Thank you.
Bye.